Chapter 7. Libra. Upon creating the intransigent dogma of evolution, the decrepit Western mind totally forgot the destructive processes of nature. It is interesting that the degenerated mind cannot conceive the inverse involutive process on a large scale. The mind, in a state of decrepitude, confuses a fall with a descent, and the process of destruction, dissolution on a large scale, degeneration, etc., it classifies as change, progress, evolution. Everything evolves and involutes, ascends and descends, comes and goes, fluxes and refluxes. A systole and diastole exists in everything, in accordance with the law of the pendulum. Evolution and its twin sister involution are two laws which are developed and processed in a coordinated and harmonious manner in everything created. Evolution and involution constitute the mechanical axis of nature. Evolution and involution are two mechanical laws of nature which have nothing to do with the self-realization of man. The inner self-realization of man can never be the product of any mechanical law, but rather the result of a conscious work carried out upon and within oneself, on the basis of tremendous super-efforts, in-depth comprehension, and intentional voluntary sufferings. Everything returns to the point of departure, and the lunar ego returns after death to a new womb. It is written that every human being is assigned 108 lives to become self-realized. Time is running out for many persons. Whoever does not attain self-realization within his allotted time ceases to be born, to enter the infernal worlds. In support of the law of involution or retrogression comes the Bhagavad Gita, saying, "They, the evil, cruel and ungrateful, I cast them perpetually into the Asuric wombs in order for them to be born in these worlds, infernal worlds. O Kuntreya, those hallucinated people go to the demonic wombs during many lives and continue falling into more and more inferior bodies each time. Involution. Triple is the door of that destructive inferno. It is made up of lust, anger, and covetousness. That is why it should be abandoned. The anteroom of the infernal worlds is the involutive descent into bodies more and more inferior each time in accordance with the law of involution. Those who descend through the spiral of life fall into demonic wombs during several lives before entering the infernal worlds of nature, situated according to Dante within the interior of the terrestrial organism. In the second chapter, we spoke of the sacred cow and its deep significance. It is interesting that every Brahmin in India, when praying the rosary, counts 108 beads of the latter. There are Hindus who do not consider their sacred duties fulfilled if they do not walk 108 times around the principal cow, and if they do not fill a cup of water and place it for a moment on the cow's tail and drink it as the most sacred and delicious divine liquor. It is urgent to remember that Buddhist necklace has 108 beads. All of this invites us to reflect on the 108 lives which are assigned to the human being. It is clear that the person who does not take advantage of those 108 lives joins the involution of the infernal worlds. Infernal involution is a fall backwards to the past, passing through all the animal, vegetable, and mineral states, through frightful sufferings. The last stage of the infernal involution is the fossil state, after which follows the disintegration of the lost ones. The only thing that is saved from all of that, the tragedy, the only thing that does not disintegrate is the essence, the Buddhata, that fraction of human soul that the intellectual animal carries within his lunar bodies. Involution in the infernal worlds of the submerged mineral kingdom precisely has as objective the liberation of the Buddhata, the human soul, for it to reinitiate its evolutive ascent from the original chaos through the mineral, vegetable, and animal rungs until it reaches the level of intellectual animal, mistakenly called man. It is lamentable that so many souls relapse and return again and again to the infernal worlds. Time in the infernal worlds of the submerged mineral kingdom is frighteningly slow and boring. For every frightfully long 100 years in those atomic infernos of nature, one pays a certain quantity of karma. The gate and the path are sealed by a great stone. Happy is he who can roll away that stone, but that is not a matter of this lesson. That belongs to the lesson of Scorpio. We are now studying the zodiacal sign of the balance, the sign of Libra. We need to become conscious of our own karma, and that is only possible by means of the state of alert novelty. Every effect of life, every event has its cause in a previous life, but we need to become conscious of that. Every moment of happiness or pain should be continued in meditation with a still mind and in profound silence. The result comes to be the experience of the same event in a previous life. We then become conscious of the cause of the act, whether it be pleasant or unpleasant. The one who awakens consciousness can travel in his internal bodies outside the physical body with full conscious will and study his own book of destiny. In the temple of Anubis and his 42 judges, the initiate can study his own book. Anubis is the supreme ruler of karma. The temple of Anubis is found in the molecular world, called the astral world by many people. The initiates can directly negotiate with Anubis. We can pay every karmic debt with good deeds, but we have to negotiate with Anubis. The law of karma, the law of the cosmic balance, is not a blind law. One can also ask for credit from the lords of karma. But every credit must be paid with good deeds, and if not paid, then the law collects with pain. Libra, the zodiacal sign of the balance, governs the kidneys. Libra is the sign of the equilibrating forces, and in the kidneys, the forces of our organism should become balanced in a complete manner. Stand up in a military position of attention, and then, with the arms extended in the form of a cross or scale, move in the form of a scale, inclining 7 times to the right and 7 to the left, with the intention that all of your energies become equilibrated in the kidneys. The movement of the upper half of the spinal column should be like that of a scale. The forces that ascend from the earth, passing by the sieve of our feet along the entire organism, should become equilibrated at the waist, and this is carried out successfully with the balancing movement of Libra. Libra is governed by Venus and Saturn. Its metal is copper, and its stone is the chrysolite. In practice, we have been able to verify that the natives of Libra usually have, in their majority, a certain imbalance in matters related to conjugal life, to love. The natives of Libra create many problems for themselves due to their manner of being frank and just. Libra people of good aspect like things straight and just. People do not understand Libra people well. The latter sometimes appear cruel and merciless. They do not know or want to know about diplomacy. Hypocrisy bothers them. Sweet words of the perverse easily upset them instead of softening them. Libra people have the defect of not knowing how to forgive their fellowmen. They want to see the law and nothing but the law in everything, often forgetting mercy. Libra natives like to travel very much and are persons who faithfully fulfill their duties. Libra natives are what they are, and nothing but what they are, frank and just. People usually become angry with the natives of Libra. They are interpreted erroneously due to that manner of being, and, as is natural, ill is spoken of them, and they usually fill themselves up with unwarranted enemies. The Libra person cannot be approached with double plays. That is not tolerated and forgiven by the Libra person. One has to always be friendly and kind, or always severe with Libra people, but never with that sweetness and harshness, because the Libra person never tolerates and never forgives that. The superior type of Libra always confers total chastity. The inferior type of Libra is very fornicating and adulterous. The superior type of Libra have a certain spirituality that spiritualists do not understand and erroneously judge. The negative inferior type of Libra has dazzling and loquacious, versatile people. He likes to always place himself in the limelight, attract the attention of the whole world. The superior type of Libra wants to always live anonymously and unknown, never feels any attraction for fame, for laurels, for prestige. The superior type of Libra reveals sensibleness and the sense of foresight and thrift. The inferior type of Libra has much superficiality and covetousness. In the medium type of Libra, many qualities and defects of the superior and inferior types of Libra usually mix. Marriage with Pisces people is convenient for the natives of Libra. Libra natives like to do deeds of charity without expecting a reward or boasting or publishing the service done. The superior type of Libra loves select music, takes pleasure in it, and enjoys it to a maximum degree. Libra people also feel attraction for good theater, good literature, etc., etc., etc.